Hey, my name's Amanda and I'm a statistic. Unfortunately, it's true. What I mean by that is 700,000 children are abused every year, and this includes child neglect and also physical abuse. And 10 million people have some kind of abuse in their families, and that could be elder abuse or domestic violence. 40 million people in the US suffer with anxiety. Anxiety is the leading mental illness in America. And I'm a statistic. I have suffered all of these: child abuse, just general abuse in my family, and I am very anxious a lot of the time, so that's me. Just kidding. Anyway, that's not all I am. And the good thing is, I am unique in my abuse story, but I'm not alone. And if you've been abused, you're unique too, but you're not alone and you're not just a statistic. Abused children and people hurt other people, and they're hurting themselves. They have a lot of hurdles to jump through. So 25% of abused children will go on to have unplanned teen pregnancies. And another stark fact and statistic is that 1/3 of abused children will go on to abuse their own children and continue that cycle. So these statistics are really daunting and overwhelming, but the reality is that there is so much hope, and that's what Mending Mandy, my channel, is. My story is that my twin and I were given up by our biological parents after they neglected us. And we were adopted by our grandparents, who we considered our parents. Well, at age 14, our grandma mom passed away, and we went to go live with someone, a friend, my dad, my sister, and I. And unfortunately, that friend wasn't such a friend, and she would abuse us emotionally, religiously, mentally, and physically neglect us for 8 years. I could look at all these statistics and even my own anxiety and my abuse and be like, this is who I am. This is my background. And I could even try to focus on it and be like, I am stronger because this happened. And this is me. And although that's true, my backstory, what happened to me, is not me. What makes Amanda, Amanda, is the way I chose to deal with it and move through it and seek counseling and healing. And that's what defines you if you've been abused, or if you struggle with any kind of mental illness, whether it's depression or anxiety, bipolar disorder, anything. That doesn't define you. It's how you choose to deal with it and live your life afterwards. My channel is about connecting with you and with other people, whether they've been abused or not, and sharing my story and being on that same journey of putting your shattered pieces back together. Listening to my story may help you do that. Life has broken all of us in certain ways, but we don't have to go through the rest of our life that way. We can say, screw this, I'm so miserable, I'm so depressed, I'm so tired, but most of all, I'm just so tired of feeling this way. And we can change. We can, if we give ourselves the power. I am 1 in 700,000. I'm 1 in 10 million, I'm 1 in 40 million, and you might be the same. You might struggle with a mental illness, you might have anxiety, depression, or just maybe you struggle with the everyday of life. Life is hard, and a lot of us have experienced tragedies that have marred us along the way and just broken us. No one's life is perfect, but just know that you're more than a statistic. And even though you may be 1 in 40 million, you're unique and you're not alone. And even in this coronavirus time where everything's uncertain, a lot of us are experiencing more anxiety. Our mental illnesses are suffering because we're isolated. Just know that you're not alone. And I'm just here as a friend and an ally to tell you that you can take your shattered pieces from life, from abuse, from your mental illness, and you can reconstruct yourself into the beautiful person that you are and that you're meant to be. And if you want someone along the healing journey, maybe someone to talk to email, please, email me. I'll put my email below, and check out my channel, Mending Mandy. You have the power. There is hope. We are more than statistics. We are more than our past. We are more than abuse. We are more than our mental illnesses. You're unique and you're not alone. I am unique and I'm not alone.